Look at this bloom. Many of you probably won't see this because all you do is buy this in the grocery store, peel it, and cut it up and put it in your food. But this bloom is from an onion plant that was planted a couple months ago. And what happened is it grew and grew and grew on a long stalk. And this stalk made this onion bloom. Now, many people wouldn't pay attention to this, but do you realize the thousands of seeds that are in this? And that you can grow your own onions. You don't need to buy them. All you need to do is pick this beautiful bloom after it gets to a point. You dry it out in your window like that. And when the blooms start to turn a darker color, if you'll see, that one's right there. It's starting to turn darker. When they turn dark, what happens is they're ready to plant. So what you do is you take them and you dry them out in the window until they get darker. And then you find a jar. It could be any kind of jar. This is a jar of Nescafe coffee. Once they're drier and they've shown their beauty, you will place them in the jar like so. Look at that. See that? And let them dry out even more. And then when they get completely dry and they turn darker, almost black, then what you do is you take them and sprinkle the seeds in good soil that's been lifted and light. You could do a soil that's the kind that you buy, or you could even use your own soil. Not sand. Here in Florida we have a lot of sand. Sand doesn't necessarily grow good plants. You need like a potting soil or something like the people in the north, from North Florida all the way up. They have this dark dirt. Now that dark dirt, you put them in there, you sprinkle them in there, and they will grow beautiful onion sprouts. This onion will make 1,000 onions. It's the same as this. People just cut these up and they throw them in the garbage. And what they are beautiful, beautiful green peppers. This one happens to be red. If you see, the color is red. But you see how dark and dry it is? It's because it's been sitting out for several months in the sun. You take this, you open it up, just like so. And like I said, people just throw these away. But look at those beautiful seeds. So one simple little green pepper, red pepper, orange pepper, whatever you buy, will make all of these plants. And these seeds will last dried out in a jar for years. So each year you say, okay, I want some red peppers, but I don't want to pay $3 a red pepper or $3 for a yellow pepper. You just take them out. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful peppers. There's red, there's green, and there's yellow. And you put them out in nice soil. Remember, you have to have a good potting soil. And you put them in the ground, and they grow these beautiful pepper plants. Look at how many seeds are in this one. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? That's all one pepper plant. They take about 2.5 to 3 months to start producing peppers. Save them. All you have to do is dry them out. There's so many things that you can save. Here's something that everybody likes. Spaghetti squash. Do you know these things are $2 and $3 a pound in the grocery store? But the thing is you can grow them yourself. Buy a spaghetti squash, take your seeds out, and I know it looks funky because it's got this fuzz on it, but that's not going to hurt anything. But they have to dry out. You can also take them after they've dried out, put them in a jar like we did the onions and the bell peppers, and then spaghetti squash is a winter squash. In Florida, winter to us would be hardly noticeable, but in the north, you'd want to start planting these around February or March. And I know that sounds early, but they take a while to grow. So you just put them in there, and there's a spaghetti squash. And there's a spaghetti squash. Look at, there's 100 spaghetti squashes in here. Think about the money you would save. But not only that, but think about the conservation of it. And think about being more into the natural earth. And the fact that you can do your own growth. And all you have to do is poke your finger in the ground, put a seed in, cover it up, and keep it watered. Look at that beautiful seed. Every one of those is a plant that will probably produce 5 plants itself. Look at this one seed. It'll probably produce 5 or 6 spaghetti squash from one seed. And they last for years if you keep them in a dark area inside a jar. Think. Now, that's